Have you been facing rejection in spite of your good thoughts and plans for others? Do people turn you away even when you wish them well and you intend to do great things for them? Today I'll be telling you how to handle the rejection that you have been facing and how to take it in good faith. Hello Lilas fam, welcome to Let Your Light So Shine. My name is Monica. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'll be talking about how to handle rejection. Have you been facing rejection in spite of your good thoughts and plans for others? Do people turn you away even when you wish them well and you intend to do great things for them? Today I'll be telling you how to handle the rejection that you have been facing and how to take it in good faith. My passage for today is Matthew 8 verses 28 to 34. Please get your Bibles and let us look at this passage together. When he had come to the other side, to the country of the Gergesenes, there met him 2 demon-possessed men, coming out of the tombs, exceedingly fierce, so that no one could pass that way. And suddenly they cried out, saying, "What have we to do with you, Jesus, you Son of God? Have you come here to torment us before the time?" Now a good way off from them there was a herd of many swine feeding. So the demons begged him, saying, "If you cast us out, permit us to go away into the herd of swine." And he said to them, "Go." So when they had come out, they went into the herd of swine. And suddenly the whole herd of swine ran violently down the steep place into the sea and perished in the water. Then those who kept them fled, and they went away into the city and told everything, including what had happened to the demon-possessed men. And behold, the whole city came out to meet Jesus, and when they saw him, they begged him to depart from their region. Okay, so that is the passage. In this passage, we can see that there is something I will call a kind of contradiction. A miracle happened here, but people were not happy about the miracle. I'll break that down for you, because you know that the expectation is that when people experience a miracle, everybody is happy for them, or at least most people are happy for them. But in this situation, there seemed to be no one to rejoice with the 2 men who were cured of being demon-possessed. Now we are told in this passage that the demons asked Jesus to let them go into the herd of swine, that is the pigs that were around. The demons asked to go into the pigs that were around, and Jesus said they could. Now when the pigs were possessed by the demons, the pigs went into the river and they all drowned. So this is like saying we are comparing the life of 2 men and a herd of swines. Whether we know it or not, that is what these people were doing. These city people, the people in the city who came and said Jesus should leave, that was what they were doing without quite realizing it. The miracle had happened for 2 men who were demon-possessed, who were acting out. This passage said that these people were so fierce. People could not come around that vicinity because the demon took possession of these men and they were so fierce. They were probably attacking people. They were making the place uncomfortable. They were so fierce, so violent with people that people avoided the place as a whole. People avoided wherever these demon-possessed men were. This was the situation that Jesus found on ground until he healed these men and they were calm. They were now sitting in a place. And instead of them acting out, the herd of swine started acting out and they drowned. And that was the end of their short reign of terror, if you get what I mean. Now these people in this city came and said Jesus should leave. They had seen a miracle, but they said that they wanted the miracle worker to leave that place. How does that make sense? It makes sense because, like I said, they were prioritizing. They were having a scale of preference. They were having some kind of silent comparison between the value that the 2 men brought and the value that the pigs brought to them, whether they knew it or not. This is what they were comparing. So they valued their pigs more because the pigs could bring them money, they could make income, they could get piglets. But these two men, they were used to them not being useful, not doing anything but attacking people on the way. So they didn't care for those two men. Instead, they were more concerned about their herd of swine. And so when Jesus did this miracle, they sent him away. Jesus went about to different towns doing miracles. And many people were healed, they were cured, the dead was raised from the dead. Different things were happening. People were generally happy. But this is a peculiar situation where we did not find anybody who was happy apart from those who received the miracle. They were the only ones who were relieved. The other people around them were unhappy for their miracle. Now picture how Jesus must have felt. Picture how Jesus must have felt. He just cured these two men from being demon possessed, and every other person says, leave the city, and Jesus left. Now imagine what greater works he could have done. Imagine what he could have done for other people in that city, but they did not want it because they put on a higher scale their pigs in comparison to the two men who were cured. They saw the men's healing as a disadvantage for them. They saw it as economic loss for them because they lost their pigs. They did not value that these two men could bring a lot of potential. They had a lot of potential. They could bring a lot of intellectual capacity. They could bring physical energy. They could do things for the town. They could direct the town. But they didn't care. They cared about the pigs. These men had been written off. These men had been discarded, and their cure, their healing was none of the business of the people in the city. Have you ever had such an experience where you meant well for people and still they rejected you? Please share your experience with us in the comment section. Maybe this has happened to you, where you come into a place with good intentions. You're doing something good for the place. You're doing something good for the people, but they cannot stand you. They don't want you in their locale. They don't want you in their homes. They don't want you in their offices. They don't want you around them, and they tell you to please leave. You should live with your goodies, with your kindness, with your miracles, with your hopes, with your aspirations, with whatever good you have for them. They don't want it. You should leave. How did that feel? That must have broken your heart. That must have hurt your feelings. That must have cut short your journey to that place. And maybe you left without saying a word. Maybe you expressed your disappointment. Now imagine how Jesus must have felt. He came to this world to save humanity. He came to do good. He came to heal. He came to raise the dead. And he meant well for these people, just as he meant well for every other person that he met along the way and for the rest of humanity. And yet these people rejected him. Imagine how he felt. Now, if you were the one, maybe you were doing something good, maybe you planned something nice, something that will help the downtrodden, something that will help the sick, something that will help those that do not have. And yet those same people rejected you. It can be painful, it can be hurtful, it can be demoralizing and disappointing. But this message is here specifically to tell you not to lose heart. Don't take it personally. Don't say they rejected you because it's you. No. This is how these people are wired. They have their values. They have things that they put above others. Like I have said earlier, they placed the pigs above the welfare, the health, and the wellness of these two men because they saw the value of the pigs. But they had become so used to seeing these men being nothing, doing nothing, but chasing people around, being fierce towards people. So they had written them off. They felt those ones were people that had no value, could bring nothing to the table, and so they had discarded them. But their pigs carried a lot of potential for them. It carried a lot of hope for them. There was a financial attachment that they had to the pigs. They knew that these pigs could bring money. They could get young ones. They could sell them. They could get pork from the pigs. There was a lot of money to be made from these pigs, and that was the value that they saw. And so they attached value to the pigs and wrote off these men. Maybe these men had been demon possessed for all their lives, and so nobody knew their potential. Nobody knew what they could do. Maybe because of that, they were not even trained. They did not go to school. They did not have an education. And so these men were people with untapped potentials. They had untapped potentials that nobody knew about because they had been in this situation for so long. Maybe that was the situation. But you see those pigs, they had seen the pigs year in, year out breed younger ones, and so they knew the full potential of their pigs. So it's about priority. People may not prioritize what you're bringing to the table. They may not understand the full value of that thing you're bringing. Whether it is education, whether it is healthcare, whether it is inspiration and motivation, whether it is the word of God, whatever it is that you're bringing. You may mean well for people, but if they do not see the value of what you bring, they cannot appreciate it. Neither will they accept what you're bringing because they do not know the value. People do not accept what they do not value. And so it may not necessarily be their fault. It is either you enlighten them. And if they tell you, we don't want the enlightenment, neither do we want your help, do as Jesus did and walk away. Don't force your way on people. Don't manipulate situations to get people to say yes to you because your pride is wounded. Don't do that because your ego is bruised or because you feel that what you have is so important and they must have it. There is no must in life. You cannot force your way on people. You cannot force your desires on people. You cannot force your good intentions on people. Because if you do that, it means you are now controlling. It means you are now manipulative. It means you are now in the wrong. So you must always let people have their free will. God lets us have our free will. Who are we not to let other people have their free will in spite of the good thoughts we have for them? If they say you should leave, quietly leave and go elsewhere. Go to where you're accepted, go to where you're valued, go to where they understand and they know what you bring to the table. Go there and then do the good things that you have intended for the people. Don't ever force yourself on people who reject you, people who do not see your value, people who do not understand what you're bringing to the table. Neither do they care to be enlightened about what you have to offer. This is just a short message to tell you not to take rejection personally. Even though you mean well for people, you cannot force your goodwill or your good plans on them. You must let them make their decisions. You must let them decide if they want you to help them or not. If you have been facing rejection, this is a message of hope. There is always somebody who will say yes to you. If these people tell you no, there will be another set of people that will tell you yes. There will be another set of people that will welcome you. There will be a set of people that will appreciate what you are bringing. So go there, look for them, search for them, and as soon as you find them, do all that you desire. Do all your good plans, execute your good plans for them, and give them your very best. I hope that this message has blessed you. If this message has blessed you and helped you not to personalize rejection, please tell me in the comments section. Also, if you enjoyed watching this video and you'd like to see more of such videos, please subscribe to this channel. Simply click the subscribe button and get subscribed to this channel today. It is completely free of charge. Also, do not forget to click the notification button so you'll be notified as soon as I update. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching it. Also, please share this video with family, friends, and everyone so that we do not internalize rejection and personalize it, but realize that there are other people who will accept us and our good plans for them. Thank you very much for watching this video. Keep watching my videos here on Let Your Light So Shine. I have a playlist in the description of this video. Go check out the videos in the playlist, watch them, enjoy them, and keep building a better relationship with God. Thank you for giving me your time. Thank you once again for watching my video. Wherever you are, whatever you do, let your light so shine. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Please subscribe, click the notification button, like this channel, share our videos, and follow us on social media. Thank you very much.